Nekal Tep in Turkey, built more than 11,000 years ago. This sanctuary defies all logic. It was not built to worship the gods of the harvest, rivers, or stars, as was common in other ancient cultures. Jobel Tep has no images of protective gods or benevolent ancestors. Instead, the sculptures are serpents, hybrid beasts, and distorted human figures, as if something had corrupted the vision of the first priests. And this is where the first signs of the cult appear. Some alternative scholars believe that these representations are the first visual manifestations of Niarlat, the being who from the beginning manifested herself not as a god of order and balance, but as a high air of primordial chaos. Local legends speak of secret rituals performed on the darkest nights, where priests invoked something that came from the stars. Some even claim that Ant-Mat, the goddess of chaos from Babylonian mythology, and other monsters from Sumerian and Mesopotamian cultures were merely local adaptations of an older cult, the cult of Nyarlathotep. Interestingly, the stones of Göbekli, with their concentric circles and unknown symbols, recall rituals described thousands of years later in Hermetic writings and medieval grimoires, as if this knowledge had survived hidden from generation to generation, disguised as myths and legends, and had silently infiltrated later religions. But if in Göbekli Tepe we have the seed, the next stop will show us how this cult flourished and gained power. And it happened in none other than the heart of ancient Egypt. Now imagine ancient Egypt. Pyramids already dominated the landscape. The Nile followed its sacred course, and the Egyptian gods were worshipped with grand rituals and temples. But in the shadows of the columns of Karnak and in the undergrounds of Luxor, another cult grew in secret, the cult of Nyarlathotep. The forbidden texts tell of a character who has been banished from official history, the enigmatic Black Pharaoh. According to ancient fragments discovered by archaeologists, this pharaoh was not seen as a simple ruler, but as a direct spokesman for Nyarlathotep, capable of bending reality and causing madness in those who challenge him. The records describe occult ceremonies held in the deepest catacombs of the temples, where priests invoked the creeping chaos through black mirrors, unknown potions, and human sacrifices. Legend has it that these practices awakened something terrible, a portal between the world of men and the realm of eternal chaos. And this is precisely where a delicate point arises. Some scholars suggest that the very symbol of Anubis, the god of the dead, with its animalized face and dark appearance, may have been inspired or corrupted by the influence of the secret cult. And why then do we not hear of the Black Pharaoh in traditional histories? Because later dynasties did everything they could to erase any mention of the cult. They burned texts, destroyed images, and sealed the underground temples, but traces survived in the deepest walls, where the hieroglyphics tell of what crawls and takes shape. And these records are still there today, waiting to be rediscovered. Was the cult destroyed? Or did it simply adapt, hiding behind new religious masks? With the decline of Egypt and the rise of the Hellenistic world, we might think that the cult of chaos would have been forgotten. But the truth is that it simply changed its guise, adapting to new cultures and crossing the waters of the Mediterranean.